The Me I Never Knew by Glenn Price, a short script for TV and film. Or film. Kitchen, day. Chris, 21, stares at the reflection of himself in the window, a ghostly duplicate of him holding up a short summer dress. The dress is inexpensive but lovely nonetheless. He lays it carefully on the table and brushes at fluff clinging to it. A toaster pops. Chris lowers the dress into a bag, puts the toast on a plate, places it on a tray with the other breakfast items, and pauses to admire his work. A sudden scream off stage and loud crash. Chris runs from the room. Bedroom, day. This room is barely bigger than the bed. Sarah, 21, is crumpled in the small space between bed and wall. Chris enters.
Sarah,
I'm okay.
what happened?
Fly. I fell off the bed trying to get it.
Can you stand?
I think so.
Chris helps her slowly onto the soft comfort of the bed.
You've got to be more careful.
You're not my granny.
Today I'm not your granny. Yesterday I was a selfish dick.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. But I've grown up since then.
Always were a fast learner.
Sarah smiles weakly and then starts to well up. Fear and fatigue tighten her features. The tears come.
Hey, come on.
What are we gonna do?
I told you, my parents, they'll help us. Hey, I made you breakfast.
I don't want breakfast.
Not even if it's like the best breakfast ever.
I'm not hungry.
Sarah, you've got to.
What? Keep my strength up?
I've also got you a present.
She puts her hand on her stomach.
Haven't you given me enough?
Close your eyes. Close them.
Chris leaves. Sarah sits patiently. The door opens an inch. Sarah's eyes snap shut. Chris enters, silent as if on cat's feet, holding the bag. He places her hands on the bag.
Open your eyes.
Chris, it's lovely. Why are you?
Because
It'll be the last nice thing I'll wear before I get fat.
He laughs and she laughs despite herself.
let's see my parents.
What?
Today.
You want to see them today?
Yeah, why not?
You want to tell them today?
Tell them what?
Yes, don't joke.
I don't know what you're on about.
The mini you.
So it's gonna be a boy.
Yeah.
And you know.
A Chris copy. I just know.
So you'll be seeing double.
My life's gonna be a nightmare.
A Chris clone. Double trouble. Buy one, get one free. Chris take two. The he me is coming to town. My
All right, stop now.
Day. Sarah wears the dress and a denim jacket as they leave the house and step out onto the pavement. She bumps into a rough-looking guy talking on his phone, not looking where he's going.
Oh, sorry.
Male 1, who has a dog on a lead, eyes her up and down.
How about you ditch the lady boy? You and me get our fun on.
How about you fuck off?
Sarah pulls Chris away. Male 1 laughs. Train station. Chris and Sarah leave, holding the tickets.
Fancy swinging while we wait for our train?
Public park. A typical children's play area on a clear spring day. Chris and Sarah enjoy the swings, shouting, going too high. Dissolve to Chris and Sarah on a park bench in a grassed area, laughing, kissing. Then Sarah, still laughing, pulls away.
Wait, stop.
Chris carries on tickling, pawing, trying to kiss her. Sarah continues her protest but laughs as she does.
Chris, please stop. I want a drink.
The phone rings. Chris reaches into his pocket. A photo of a woman in mid-40s is on the screen with the word Mum underneath. Sarah stands and straightens her clothes.
So, I'm going to the shop. You want anything?
More kisses?
Chris lunges from the bench. Sarah gives a mock squeal and skips out of reach. Chris face plants in the grass. She laughs.
Look at the state of you.
Am I gorgeous? Oh, I am, aren't I?
You look like a vagrant.
Chris walks forward on his knees, rests his face against Sarah's stomach, and wraps his arms around her.
What are you doing? Get off.
I am communing with the me-to-be.
Sarah steps away. Chris gets to his feet.
Sure, you don't want anything.
I'll have some of yours.
You really won't.
Yeah, I will.
Chris gives Sarah a peck on the lips.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Like what?
Like inappropriately. You've been inappropriate all day.
And I'm gonna carry on.
Sarah, smiling, turns and strolls off.
Look after our mini-me.
Sarah twirls around, carefree, without breaking stride, so Chris can see her wide smile. She blows him a kiss, continues her 360 twirl, and carries on walking. Two males holding beer cans enter the park. One is male 1 with the dog. They watch Sarah. Sarah crosses the road and walks along the pavement. Public park, day. Chris sits on the bench and scrolls through his phone. Male 1 lets the dog off the lead. The dog, jaws open, salivating, expectant, looks up at male 1. The dog has a fierce wildness in its eyes. Male 1 throws a stick towards Chris. The dog sprints. The males laugh at something and shoulder barge each other. Newsagent shop. Sarah, visible through the shop's window as she takes a bottle of carbonated water to the checkout. Public park. The dog drops the stick in front of the two males. They drink from their cans. The dog is impatient. It barks. Sarah leaves the shop. Public park. The two males discuss something secretively, glancing across at Chris. Male 2 hurls the stick towards Chris. The dog takes off. The stick pitches up in front of Chris. Chris throws the stick in a different direction in a casual gesture of good fun. The stick arcs through the air, away from the males. The dog heads after it.
Right.
Sarah drinks the carbonated water as she enters the park. She waves. Chris waves back. His phone rings. Voicemail. Chris hits play. Male 1 and male 2 walk towards him. Sarah sees them from afar and feels instinctively nervous. Chris, oblivious, clicks on the phone's speaker and holds the phone in his lap.
Chris, it's only me. We haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you're okay.
The dog drops its stick at Chris's feet. Chris looks up. Male 1 and 2 are in front of him.
What the fuck you doing?
How's your course going?
What?
The two males eye Chris's phone. The dog waits for Chris to throw the stick.
You chucked our stick, dickhead.
Nan and Grandad have got you a present.
It's a stick.
Oh, I might as well tell you. It's a car. They've got you a car. It's only small. Oh, but it'll be perfect for you. It's blue.
What's your phone?
Chris stands, clutches the phone tightly. Sarah breaks into a jog. Chris turns to walk away from the two males. Male 2 grabs Chris's shoulder. Chris shrugs him off.
Where are you going?
Where you're not.
Think you could get home for Easter? They want to give you the keys themselves.
Yeah, don't think so, mate.
So you're having a crack at thinking, hey, good for you.
What?
Oh, right, sorry. Whole sentences, still a bit of a challenge.
Don't tell them I told you, though. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Male 1 slams a beer can into Chris's head. Chris staggers. The sudden glint of steel as male 2 pulls out a knife.
Phone and money.
Chris is still stunned by the can striking his head and the sight of the knife's blade. Sarah runs towards him.
Oh, I know you're busy with your coursework and everything, but it'd mean the world to them if they could give you the keys themselves.
Chris! Help! Help!
Chris throws a punch. It misses. Sarah jumps forward as male 2 lunges instinctively. The dog barks. Male 2 stands back. Sarah looks down at herself, blood on her dress. She screams. Chris drops his phone into the grass. His eyes are dull, not comprehending what's just happened. He clutches his chest, falls to the ground. Time stops. The world stands still.
Maybe you could bring Sarah. We all want to meet her. She sounds so lovely. We won't embarrass you in front of her.
Time starts again. Sarah screams louder, louder. The 2 males run, the dog behind them. Sarah drops to her knees. The bottle rolls in the grass. Carbonated water glugs from its neck.
Anyway, I think that's all my news. Give me a call when you can. Stay out of trouble.
Sarah, blood on her hands, lifts Chris's head onto her lap.
Help! Someone get an ambulance!
The dog stops behind the 2 males as they run off. It pants and salivates as it watches Chris and Sarah.
Oh, and your dad sends his love.
Sarah is hysterical, helpless, shouting and crying.
Bye then, son. Bye. Love you.
The dog continues to pant and stare. Then it turns and runs after the 2 males. The carbonated water, fizzing from the bottle, slows to a trickle and then stops. Sarah, crying uncontrollably. A ghostly duplicate of Chris's motionless face is visible in the black mirror-like glass of his mobile phone, in the grass next to him. The end.